All right, guys. So our next topic today is going to be about the Bill and Ted 3 movie. Has now decided, the studio behind it has decided to release it straight to VOD as opposed to waiting out the pandemic and putting it into theaters in any capacity. So off the top, that's a good idea, I think, for this movie because I don't think Bill and Ted was ever going to be something that
It's not gonna be like a blockbuster.
yeah, like, they're not. I don't know what the exact budget was on this movie by any means, but, like, they didn't spend hundreds of millions of dollars on this, so I feel like this is perfectly fine for them to actually, like, ship this thing straight to VOD. Um, it's better just to get it out of the way because you gotta think too, a lot of these things that's another thing that, like, we kinda didn't even talk about before, and a lot of people aren't mentioning a lot like, some people mention, but regardless, what happens, like, we missed out on this whole year of movies, right? These movies still need to come out, and if they're
Yeah.
gonna be like 2021 is just gonna be loaded. Like, there's gonna be a new
Assuming that
yeah, assuming it's open 2021.
yeah, I mean, it could
Yeah.
who knows?
I mean, that's just
That's some negative
I mean, we'll
thinking.
never know about that kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll just have to wait and see. But, I mean, that's just kinda like something like this kinda gets I don't know, just feel like not talked about as much. It's like, okay, we're gonna keep pushing them back, that's fine, and then, like, everyone focuses in on, like, not having the movies now, but, like, as you keep pushing them back and back and back, like, what happens to everything that they had already planned to put out next year, you know? It's like, I don't know, we're just gonna have so many movies. I feel like like, the studios, like, obviously for, like, these bigger movies like Black Widow and, these things that they need to put them in theaters and Tenet and, like, whatever. Makes sense. They need the money back. I feel like they are, like, within Bill and Ted's case, like, making the right decision, and there are definitely movies that are best just in this situation, just put it on VOD because, I mean, I don't know, like, you don't wanna you're just cramming things up too much, you know? Like, it's not gonna make I doubt this movie if it were to release in theaters, even with the added benefit of, like we were saying, that, New Mutants is gonna be the only game in town if it comes out on August 28th, so that's gonna help it. At the same time, who knows who's all gonna be willing to wanna go out to the theater in the current climate we're in anyway. Regardless of that fact, let's say they can sell out as much as they can, it'll benefit them being the only game in town, but at the same time, I don't know of anybody who is gonna be rushing out to see Bill and Ted 3, even if there wasn't a pandemic.
Yeah.
Not to say there wasn't, like, anything wrong with this movie, I wanna see it, but
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
I think it in the trailer, we just watched the trailer for the new trailer they released, and it was better than the first trailer.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I
it
thought it
looks
looked
a
really
lot
good.
more high quality, higher
Yeah.
production value.
It gave you just a lot more of a taste of the movie. You got some, like, they had some good jokes in there for you. Like, I liked the couples counseling bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that was a good little bit.
When their daughters were in hell and
Yeah, and, like, that was a
like
good bit too, at the end, just like, "Yeah, but how you doing?" Like,
it's like, "Ah, we're cool."
I thought that was, like, actually funny.
Yeah.
Like, that actually made me laugh. So, like, I love Keanu Reeves.
And it's
Like, don't
Keanu
get me
Reeves
wrong.
goes, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Well, he's just doing the meme, but
Yeah.
he's supposed to do the meme 'cause that's where the meme came from, so, I mean, it's just not this in particular, for me anyways, just speaking for myself, this isn't a movie that I typically rush out to see in the theaters as it is. So I feel like a lot of the general going on this isn't a movie that's made for the general audience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this movie wasn't gonna make $3 billion. It's not you're not gonna get endgame numbers with this, whether there's a pandemic or not. Not to say there's anything wrong with it, or maybe it's perfectly deserving to be. It could be the best movie that comes out this year because it might be one of the only movies that come out this year.
Very true.
But I don't know. I'm actually more excited to see it now after the trailer that just dropped, the second trailer, and for the fact that it is coming out on streaming because then I can just watch it sooner in all reality. Like, I just feel like I could. Like, so it's supposed to be coming in it's going to VOD and in cinemas on September 1st, assuming cinemas are available. That's kind of the only, like, caveat with that. So that's kind of where I'm getting at with, like, this is it being on VOD, this allows me to be able to see it sooner
Yeah.
because, again, even with, like, New Mutants coming out August 28th, as much as I'd love to go see it, I don't know how practical that's really gonna be.
Yeah.
It's like,
A little risky.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the risk reward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as if it hits on August 28th and it doesn't make a ton of money, then chances are it's probably gonna be going to Disney Plus really soon after that.
Yeah.
You know, like, 'cause if they're not making money in the theaters and because they're not getting enough people out to the theaters, they'll just take it out of the theaters. This is what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but did you like the trailer though for this one?
I
You
did.
looking forward to it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's not anything I would consider that's gonna be like a huge blockbuster per se, but I was like, wow. I like Bill and Ted to begin with, Keanu Reeves, but it definitely kind of lit the fire under me, stoked my fire. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah. No, again, I thought the trailer for it was my excitement level was very tempered after the first trailer.
Yeah.
Like, it was just kind of, I guess, like what I expected more so than anything. Nothing really blew me away. But this new trailer, like, it actually, like, it made me more excited to see it. So, like I said, I'm kind of more excited the fact that it is coming to streaming, because then I know for sure in this current climate with the pandemic and whatnot, it coming to streaming on VOD to some capacity, I know I'll be able to watch it at that point, like, sooner, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, this movie you could say this movie and Tenet and everything's coming out tomorrow. I'm not going to the theater tomorrow.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's
Barely want to go out right now.
what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of the biggest caveat and hurdle I feel like any of these movies really have, is even if they do get their release date in theaters, depending on, you know, what state you're in and the current climate of, like, how everything's doing, is anybody even going to go see it? That's kind of job number one. That's where, honestly, it'd probably be better for movies like this. Just how it'd be better for movies like this to go on VOD because they're not expected to make as much money. In our current situation, it arguably would be better for studios to put these ones in theaters first, just to see if people are even going to go.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
because if you're Marvel and Disney and you put Black Widow out right now, how many people are going to go? You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I'm not going to the movie theater tomorrow, and it's as much as I do want to see New Mutants now after some latest trailer and everything. I don't know if I'm going to the movies next month.
Yeah.
Like, that still seems, just based on how everything's going, that seems too soon to me.
Going out to even like pick up food is risky at this point.
I know going everywhere is risky. Like,
Groceries
and there's
and
plenty
stuff.
of things that, like, could make it, like, safer. That's one thing too. Like, I watched the Reds game last night, right?
Yeah.
And they're doing just no audience, right? And it was funny. One of the reasons I wanted to watch it was because they were talking a while back, like a month or so ago, before they were gonna, baseball was gonna start.
Yeah.
They were talking about CGIing in a crowd or putting cardboard cutouts in the crowd.
Dude, they said you could buy a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, and put it there.
Yeah.
I saw it online. Or
Yeah,
on,
and the Reds won, which
yeah, dude, they fucking destroyed the Tigers. Like, it was
brutal.
it made me feel like I was watching a completely different team.
Yeah.
Like a completely different team. Because, yeah, they annihilated. Nothing like that. I saw a clip, dude, for I don't know what year this was, because I was just watching like random baseball highlights the other day. Where there was a national, I think it was the Nationals. I looked down and at the score from this clip, and it was like 25 to like 1. I was just like,
That's a big difference in baseball too.
yeah,
like.
that's a double digits is not common in baseball.
No.
Like, so I was just like, it's kind of the same thing with
It's
hockey.
embarrassing. I just walk off the field at that point.
I know, like, that's what I was saying, like, because that's what they were saying. Like, one of the pitchers, like, this clip was like pitchers getting mad or something. I forget what the fuck it was, but this pitcher kept getting, he was annoyed because the pitcher was on the team with 25 points, right?
Yeah.
And then the batter kept calling time and stepping out of the box, and he's just like,
You're gonna lose.
yeah,
he
he literally keeps saying, because, like, he's like in his windup, puts the ball here and is about to pitch, and the dude calls time and steps out of the box, and like the ump lets it happen.
Yeah.
And so the pitcher's just like
Just let me slaughter you.
he's just like
already.
literally like mouthing exactly what I'm saying to this guy. Just, this was, yeah, but it's because 25 to 1, dude, cool wasting my fucking time.
Exactly.
Like, get in there, get it done. Kind of like what the theaters should do with these movies. Just get them in there, get it
Good
done,
analogy.
see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good analogy.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so anyways, guys, what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea that Bill and Ted, kind of like me, that it's kind of, I don't know, kind of a blessing and a curse, right? Because on the one hand, the studios would probably be more behooved, in my opinion, to put these
Behooved.
kind of lower grossing movies in theaters first, just to kind of temper the waters and see if people are even interested in coming back to the theaters yet. But at the same time, these smaller movies are a lot less risk for them to just put them straight to VOD and just kind of cut their losses. So whatever it is, just let us know down in the comments section below.